What's good? What's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy C the Dog here, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Being that this is my first YouTube video, what better way to kick this motherfucker off than with a story time? Not just one, not two, but I'm gonna leave y'all with 3 for my first video. At the age of 6, I really thought I was gonna become a pro wrestler. I was heavily influenced by the WWE, by random ass reckless videos on YouTube, by a whole bunch of shit. Movies, comics, fucking even cartoons. Made me feel like I was invincible, made me feel like I could do those things that certain characters would be doing in there. Like any kid, I never really thought a whole bunch of shit through. I basically did whatever the hell came to my mind first, and I tried to replicate it. At one point, I held a goddamn SmackDown wrestling match in my room with all my stuffed animals. I'd be punching them, kicking them, and throwing them off the walls into DDTs. Back then, you really couldn't tell me anything. If I thought of some reckless shit, I was gonna do it. If I thought of some stupid shit, I was gonna do it. There was this one day, though, that my aunt decided to bring the girl that she was babysitting over to my house. I believe it was a distant cousin, so they were just staying with us at that time. We were all hanging out. But my aunt wanted me to make her feel welcomed and shit. So at that time, I really loved playing the Wii, you know. It didn't matter really what game it was. It could be Just Dance. There was this Michael Jackson game. Loved playing that. But there was this one game in particular that I loved playing, and it was a Star Wars game. I believe it was the lightsaber battles. That game was fire. Let me know in the comments if y'all ever played that game. But I never wanted anyone to touch that game if I wasn't playing the game. Like I was stingy at the time. I was stingy. I never wanted to share. And if I was going to share, you were going to be player 2. It was just something about that pride of having player 1 that really just had me on edge at all times. And you know, out of the kindness of my heart, I let her play the game with me. She was going to be player 2, but I let her play the game with me. I was showing her what to do, teaching her, yo, you got to do this. And I don't know what it was that she exactly said to me, but she said something that wasn't nice. And for some reason, in my mind, I just imagined her as the opponent in my WWE wrestling match. So what did I do? I climbed on top of the bunk beds that we had in my room. I was at the top bunk. I hung off the side like I was Spider-Man, like little motherfuckers would do at the edge of the goddamn swimming pool. Hung off like that. And my intrusive thoughts got the best of me. I just jumped off that bitch. But everything's kind of moving in slow motion. I'm really thinking to myself in this moment, damn, I really jumped off this motherfucker. Damn, this shit gonna hurt like a bitch. Damn, I better find a way to maneuver. Damn, I just landed on her. Damn, I'm about to get in trouble for this shit. And for some reason, I'm hitting her with Rey Mysterio moves, where the motherfucker is contorting his body around his opponent, while his opponent is just flailing and just walking in circles. You know, right now, I'm just blown away that I was able to do that. But at that time, I already knew I was going pro for WWE, so there was really nothing you could tell me. I was finna be selling out arenas with them goddamn pay-per-view matches. I didn't give a damn. And you know, it's not even like I felt bad about doing the shit. I just didn't want to get in trouble, and somehow I avoided that. They really wouldn't be expecting me to do any of that because I wasn't one of these badass little kids that be running around biting people. So I was in the clear. And disclaimer, if you are a kid watching this, please do not do anything that I'm saying in this video, because it can get you seriously injured. I'm telling you, I was going pro. I was trained at the age of 6. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Stop playing with me. You know, looking back, my intrusive thoughts really took over with all the reckless shit that I did. Because I'd be jumping off of flights of stairs. I'd be jumping off ladders. I was jumping off the bunk bed at all times, trying to land like a superhero. And you know, it would work. I wouldn't feel any pain in the moment. But now I have chronic knee pain. So like, kids, seriously, don't be doing what I'm doing. I'm a trained professional. I gets down. I don't play. For real. Now that we got the first story out of the way, let's move on to the next story. The outlet story. Now y'all might be wondering, why the fuck is there an outlet story? But look, just listen, just bear with me. I'm a trained professional. I gets down. I don't play. But on a serious note though, for real, I was very infatuated with the nightlights that I had in my room as a kid. Like, for some reason, I felt like a moth staring at a lamp. Like, I was just like, wow, there's really light in here. I don't know. I couldn't grasp it in my mind as a young jit. Like, I really could not grasp the entire electricity thing, how the fuck this shit works. It didn't click. Now, mind you, me and my sister are already supposed to be, like, in our beds, sleeping at this point. But for some reason, we're just chilling. And I'm sitting there on the ground for a good 5 minutes right next to the light, just looking at it, staring at it. And I think at this point, like, something might have possessed me for a quick moment, because I had the thought, you know, what would happen if I just wrap the belt that I had around the light, you know? Nothing could possibly happen, you know? Like, electricity, what the hell is electricity? Electricity just doesn't exist, you know? Like lights are they're just gonna light, you know? It has to go into the wall and it's just gonna light, you know? Let's find out what the hell happens. And you know, as a kid, the more you fuck around, the more you find out. And that day I was enlightened. I wrapped the belt around the light, and my sister, she's not really paying attention to me, because, like, why the fuck I would be on the ground fucking with the light? I don't know. But, you know, I proceed to just wrap the belt around the light, and I just sit there for like a good like 15 seconds, and I believe I got to like the last wrap, and that shit exploded. Mind you, I could not move at all. I'm just taking that electrocution. Power is just surging through my body. I feel like I'm goddamn Electro from goddamn Spider-Man at this point. Taking that shit. Pause. Now, everything happened so fast. My sister springs into action once she hears the light explode, and she kicks me off of the whole entire thing. But, like, I'm still in shock and shit. And at this point, I have a whole bunch of, like, soot or smoke or whatever the hell on my face. Just black marks on my face. And my hair is sticking up. My sister really saved my life in that moment, though, because if I would have sat there for another couple of seconds, I would not be sitting here making this video for y'all right now. Now, on to the next and final story for this video. Now, I'm somewhat of a daredevil, right? A reckless mind. Some might even say a jackass. But, you know, I'm still here to tell these stories. And I'm here to, I guess, somewhat spread awareness and tell y'all not to be doing the shit that I did. Now, I told y'all I was jumping off of ladders and flights of stairs and off of bunk beds. Just a whole bunch of stupid shit. But I was also jumping off of moving cars. Now I'm gonna tell y'all how I got into the situation. Both my sisters, their friends, and myself were all in this park that's close to our neighborhood. And the park has a pretty big parking lot. So what bright idea do a whole bunch of teenagers and a little ass kid to come up with? Doing some reckless shit. Jumping off cars. Now, my sister didn't want me to do this. Didn't want me to take part in this at all. Because one, she didn't want to get in trouble for the shit. And two, she didn't want me to get injured. Now, I'm sitting there with my sisters just watching everybody take turns seeing how long they can hang onto the car while going at a pretty high speed. And I'm just thinking to myself, yo, I gotta get in on that. So somehow I'm able to convince everyone to at least give me a shot. Give me like at least one chance of doing it. The driver said that they weren't gonna go that fast, so I was like, cool, at least let me ride on the side and just feel cool for a little quick minute. So I finally get my shot at hanging off the side of the car. And the driver said that they were gonna go slow, but they just kept picking up more and more speed. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell did I get myself into? But I never said anything to the driver. I never wussed out. I never was a punk. So I just thugged it out. I'm somewhat showboating on the side a little bit. And then everything went south when we hit a little bump in the road. For some reason, hitting this bump made me lose so much traction and so much grip that I had where my foot was. So I'm just, again, feeling everything in slow motion. At this point, everything is happening in slow motion. I'm just thinking to myself, well, I lived a good 8 years of my life. Damn, if I survive this is gonna hurt like a bitch. And after I somewhat watched my life flash before my eyes, I just felt everything just speed up. When I tell you I was tumbling and fumbling and rumbling, I'd look like the goddamn Sonic the Hedgehog doing that little spin ball shit. And the more and more I look back at it, I really just don't understand what the hell possessed me to do all this idiotic shit. You know, I got up from the fall and had all these cuts on me, but you know, I was just thankful to be alive. And I got cussed out by my sisters, told me never to do it again. You know, that I thought that was gonna be the end of all the dumb shit that I would do. But I was wrong, you know. There was plenty more years of me just doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. But you know, y'all just gonna have to lock in for that. Hit that subscribe button while y'all at it too. So the lessons I can give to y'all from my stories: do not try to emulate shit that you see. One, on the internet, in movies, in TV shows, anything. Do not fuck with outlets because they will shock you. Do not fuck around because you will find out. And just don't be stupid. Like, honestly think before you do anything. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna wrap the video up. I hope I was able to give y'all a good laugh. Make sure to lock in by liking the video and subscribing, and leave a comment while you're at it. I got more videos around the corner for you guys, but until then, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.